Well, we've decided to use Perplexity today as your AI tutor. It seems quite apt, I think. So, what is empathy? Because it has been coming up a lot recently, and it's giving us references there. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, as well as to imagine oneself in their situation. It basically involves recognizing and comprehending kind of the emotional states of others. So just because you're in a particular emotional state doesn't mean other people are, and it's trying to understand what emotional state they're in. And empathy can actually lead to compassionate behavior. So it's really interesting. They say it here, empathy is crucial for building strong relationships and effective communication, allowing individuals to connect to others on a deeper level. And the reason I'm saying it's very interesting is because someone who is very high profile has recently said that empathy is the downfall of civilization. So there are different types of empathy: cognitive, emotional, and compassionate. And we're just going to, can you improve your empathetic skills? I always think that's very interesting. Is empathy, or should I say, will empathy be the reason for the downfall of civilization? As has been stated, they do that. Has been stated by Elon Musk. So this is kind of Perplexity would be a different generative AI, and it gives us referencing. So it means that it cites other previous academic material, which is really great. So the notion that empathy could be the reason for the downfall of civilization is a very controversial idea. As seen, and it's really great. So it's referencing Elon Musk saying that, because a lot of the other Gen AIs, they stop at a particular time, and this has happened within the last couple of months, as seen in Elon Musk's recent comments suggesting that empathy is a fundamental weakness of Western civilization that could lead to civilization suicide. However, that perspective is not widely supported by, and I love this, experts in the field. So what's particularly good about Perplexity is it's referencing you to experts in the field. So we've looked at the issue of AI hallucinations, so incorrect information from generative AI. And there's also a lot of misinformation and disinformation on the internet. So this is particularly strong, I think, from Perplexity. It gives you the arguments against empathy being it's a foundation for society. There's cross-cultural empathy and promoting positive behaviors. Perhaps the downside of empathy, while empathy is generally seen as positive, there could be downsides like compassion collapse. A number of people in need increases, empathy can decrease. We become overwhelmed. We just can't cope with it if there are too many people. There's distress. Excessive empathy could lead to emotional distress, and manipulation. Empathy can be exploited to manipulate others, which can have negative consequences. So, overall, in conclusion, while empathy has its challenges, it is not likely to be the reason for the downfall of civilization. Instead, cultivating thoughtful and comprehensive empathy alongside critical thinking is seen as a path toward addressing societal change. Now, I think that's a really profound question. That statement that Elon Musk had made could be taken on board by, I'm going to say younger people, but that's actually not the case. There's so much misinformation. And actually, I really think that comment was disinformation on the internet, that finding a source that cites previous work by authors that are very knowledgeable in the field is really excellent for people to enhance their knowledge base. So overall, the answer is empathy will not bring about the downfall of civilization, and that it is actually quite positive.